Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
We're coming in hot.
Buckle up, people.
Here we go. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, February 7th. This is your KCHW Morning Show. We are joined in the studio today. I am Chuck. We have Paula Randall, Craig McQuain, and later on today in the show, we are going to have... tell us who we're going to have in the show.
We're going to have John and Dylan from my band Scary World joining us.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
It's frightening, I know.
Frightening, scary stuff.
World.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. I got to switch over our screens here. Oh, I don't have the right camera up. Hold on just a second here for everyone listening. There we go. I got myself up twice. Everybody wants to see that, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
Twice the fun.
Run away.
How are you guys doing this morning?
It's cold outside, baby. It's cold outside.
It is cold. How cold is it?
It is so cold, don't breathe in.
Right? It's one of those where the you breathe in through your nose and you can feel it sort of freezing back into your sinuses.
Yeah.
Right?
You can almost feel the crystals forming.
Well, maybe this is like, not the best, but, maybe for the people who are sick and have, like, the sinuses, that will help them, like, breathe, because it freezes everything. All the snot. Yep, I went there.
I'm going to say
But it is, like, gorgeous out. I mean,
it is so pretty.
It is.
It is so pretty.
But speaking of the weather, let's go ahead and, you guys ready to go ahead and move on?
Are you ready? Yes, I am ready. I have
am
windows open. I have information in front of me.
Outstanding. So today we have a... What? Did you say something?
I said nothing. You can't prove anything.
I'm hearing things.
I said nothing.
All right, so today we have a high of 33 degrees. Of course, this is our 49 degrees north Mountain Resort.
Yes.
Weather and mountain condition report brought to you by 49 degrees north Mountain Resort. So thank you for that.
Thank you, 49 degrees north.
Yeah, 33 degrees today with mostly sunny skies. Like we mentioned, it is gorgeous out there. 17 degrees overnight with partly cloudy skies.
And a 24% chance of snow. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we might get a little bit more snow tonight. Tomorrow 31. This is for Summerfest. It does not feel like Summerfest at all out there.
Yes.
In my head, I'm
wishful thinking.
Right? In my head, it's summertime.
Winterfest, and they're building the ramp for Winterfest outside. It's so cool. I'm excited.
And they've been out there early. It's 2 days in a row they've been out there before I got here in the morning.
No, they've got to have stuff for people to land on. So a whole much more snow is going to be coming down, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's hope so.
That would be a whole different show.
It's going to really help the rail jam.
It would.
Right?
It really would. And just help for sort of the atmosphere of the event.
Yes. Yes.
Even though it's going to make taking the tent down and get dry a little harder. But you know what? That's my problem.
I was going to say, Chuck, do you need help? Okay, back to the weather.
Yes, please.
So,
all right.
Saturday,
31 degrees for the high, 12 degrees for the low, 24% chance of snow on Saturday. Wouldn't mind having some snow coming down during Winterfest.
Right? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Pretty fun.
That would be cool.
31 degrees and 11 for our low overnight on Sunday with partly cloudy skies. Might have some sun here and there throughout the day. Monday, 28, all the way down to 4 degrees at night. 4 degrees. That's like real deal cold right there.
That's cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
Then Tuesday, the sun is going to come out. It's going to be beautiful and cold. 25 degrees for our high during the day, 4 degrees overnight. Again, with mostly sunny skies. Wednesday of next week, 25 for the high. Getting hot at 10 degrees.
Wow, we're going to be roasting.
Partly cloudy skies. But then after Thursday, things are starting to warm back up to a little bit more normal temperatures. We have 29 degrees and 17 for the low. Friday of next week, 30 and 17, mostly cloudy skies. We got some snow probably a little too far in the future to be accurate, but
right on the 15th.
yeah, quite a bit of snow looking like it's coming for the rest of the month.
Look at that tropical heat wave coming.
Look
I
at
know, right?
37, 31. Yeah.
I'm seeing on the 21st a 43-degree high. That's going to melt all the snow.
On the 21st?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going way too far.
Yeah, that's too far. That's not. I don't go there, but it's interesting
Right?
to see those temperatures.
You don't go
coming
there?
back.
Looks like you went there, Chuck.
I went
Chuck?
there.
I think you went there.
It looks like freezing rain.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
as of the 17th, we're probably going to start melting stuff off and get the freezing rain instead of the lovely snow.
Well, let's focus on the short term, though.
Yes.
Live in the now, man.
Yes, we're going to
Yeah.
get some more snow for Winterfest, and there's going to be more snow for the what is it, ski joring? What is it?
The rail jam.
The rail jam.
The
That's
rail
right.
jam,
I
yeah.
know. I'm too distracted by Wednesday's interview. And so, Chuck, what is happening on that beautiful, glorious mountain up there?
Well, if you head up to the mountain, at the base of the mountain, we have a current temperature of 19 degrees, so actually a little bit warmer up there than it is in town. 47 inches of snow at the base. That's up there at the lodge. 5 inches of that has come in the last 72 hours. Nothing in the last 12. Hopefully that'll change soon. But 2 inches in the last 24 hours. And then if you move, 0 to 8 mile an hour winds, good visibility with no precipitation and clear skies. Then moving all the way up to the top, we have a current temperature of 21 degrees. Again, we talked a little bit Wednesday about the temperature inversion. Looks like we got a minor one happening right now. So 0 to 10 mile an hour winds, fair visibility, no precipitation, 135 inches of snow up at the top. That is a lot. That's
awesome.
That's enough snow to where I'm not an expert at mountain stuff. I try not to go up in the mountains when they're
deep?
full of snow.
Yeah.
But I would imagine you would want to stick to the trails because
Probably.
you get off. And we were joking around with Scott the other day. He liked to in his younger years would adventure, and he's not very tall.
Yeah.
So he would like to go off trail, and he
You'd be
would
like, bye, Scott.
more than once find himself in bad situations where he fell through the deep snow.
Yeah, no, that's scary. Super
Yeah,
scary.
Even Shaq couldn't get out of that.
Even Shaq.
All right.
Not at
so
135 inches.
No. So we have 90 trails are open. 40 of those are groomed. The surface conditions are listed as powder with groomed snow. 49 degrees North Mountain Resort is open 7 days a week. For more information about those mountain conditions or events with the amazing bands that are playing up there,
The amazing bands that are playing up there.
you can visit ski49n.com.
Yay.
There we go.
All right. You ready for food? Food, glorious food.
I am ready for food.
Okay.
Actually, I'm ready for food in every way possible.
Right?
I'm hungry.
I don't know why I'm so hungry this morning.
I
It's
am
like it's
too.
so cold that I'm just like, oh, we need food.
I think
Right?
I think it's the body's natural instinct to want to
agree.
fatten you up when it gets cold out.
I think
It's
Yale.
like, eat all the food.
Okay, so I don't
Right?
feel so bad. I
No.
was like, yeah, never mind. I won't get into it. I definitely had an appetite this morning. Let's just say that.
Nice.
We need somebody from Yale to bring us some emergency food. Quick, Yale, bring us emergency food.
Stat.
Stat. Well, speaking of food, the kids are going to have a good meal today. For Friday for breakfast, they're having omelet and hash browns with fruit or juice. That sounds good. Maybe we should just go raid the school.
Right? Bring me an omelet.
Right? Variety cereal and with their cheese stick and or yogurt with fruit or juice. We still can't figure that one out. You can have bread or muffin with a cheese stick or yogurt, fruit or juice. And then again, Friday is always chef's choice with the fruit or juice. So whatever the chef feels like making this morning to add to that lovely array of food. And then for lunch today, the 7th, we have pizza, salad, and fruit and veggies.
Outstanding.
Right?
You know, one of our favorite things to do for dinner is have breakfast for dinner. I made omelets the other night for the family for
nice.
dinner, and it's always
Yeah.
good. I think I always wonder, how did those foods get designated as breakfast food? Because you've got your omelet, right? You
Right.
got eggs, cheese, ham, whatever you put in there.
Yeah.
How is that like relegated to the confines of breakfast?
I don't think so.
'Cause
I think
it's just food, right?
it's major comfort food.
And it's delicious.
Yeah.
I love a good omelet.
Yeah, with my friends Nancy and Greg, when we do breakfast for dinner, I mean, it's the whole thing. It's pancakes. They get the griddle out. There's eggs. There's bacon. There's
Oh, yeah.
sausage. There's ham. I mean, it's like breakfast. It's not just breakfast. It's like breakfast dinner.
It's
yeah.
Right.
continental breakfast
Yeah.
dinner.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Now, the one thing I get is some people can't have coffee later in the evening. I understand that. I like to have my coffee in the evening.
Really?
But yeah. I'll drink
wow.
coffee 24 hours a day. I'll drink a
my
pot of
goodness.
coffee and go straight to bed.
So there's this thing. There's this thing called water.
What? Yeah, it's what you put
It's
in.
clear coffee.
It's what you put in to make coffee,
It's
right?
clear coffee.
It's,
Yeah.
It's I call that pre-coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Worried about you, Chuck. Worried about you.
It's got electrolytes, right?
Sure.
Yep.
Sure it does. Actually, speaking of coffee, we got some great coffee makers here in Chuila.
We do.
Super excited. I sent $3.95 coffee to all my family, and I was
cool.
wondering what the post office was going to think about my very coffee-smelling, packages.
Oh, right, yeah,
Right?
that could be suspicious.
I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I hope this coffee makes it.
Well, I remember back in the day, it was a thing where people would ship drugs in coffee because
Well, that's
the
what
coffee.
we were alluding to.
Obscures
Chuck.
Yeah,
I
we-
did
yeah,
not
we-
see the significant eyes over here that were like,
Sometimes I need the obvious stated.
Well, thanks for connecting it for everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
you know,
Yeah.
you're welcome. For the people out there that didn't understand
Guilty
what
by
they were talking
association.
about,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm guessing you're not doing that though.
no.
All right. So, did they get their coffee, or did you just send it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. Now I'm beginning to wonder. All right. So today on our Chula Valley Lions Club calendar, we have Ron Hentages with a birthday. So happy
Nice.
birthday, Ron.
Happy birthday, Ron. Happy birthday. Happy day. Happy birthday. Yay.
Hey!
Yay.
There
Okay,
we go.
wait a minute. Wait a
Oh
minute.
man, I was reading something.
Okay, he was not. We got to do it again because he was not ready. Ready?
Yay. Sorry.
Happy birthday. Happy day.
Happy birthday, yay.
Yay.
There we,
There we
go.
go.
Much better. High five.
I know.
We
You're
got this.
missing the bass
Craig-
vocal on that.
Craig's trying to multitask.
This is the only time I get to sing with Craig. I've got to own it for as much as I can.
As silly as it is, I was trying to get the Zoom function to work on my laptop so I can actually read it. I might need
Details,
readers.
right?
This gray beard is starting to make my eyesight worse.
You know,
does that work? Does that associate? I don't think so.
Have you
but
tried shaving it?
that might work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I
know.
won't have to see through the
But
fuzz.
that would be kind of weird to see you with shaved with no like.
I can show you a picture.
Right? Really?
You wouldn't recognize me.
I know. So what are you guys thinking of Daniel and his no bearded face? It's kind of freaking me out.
He's like a boy.
I kind of like it though. I kind of like
Really?
it. Yeah.
No, don't say
Yeah.
that. No.
He looks all clean and respectable, like.
No, but he's not clean and
No.
respectable.
Well, you know him better than we do, so.
He look. It brings a joy to his face.
It does. I know.
does.
He's got the baby face, but
When I-
gosh,
when
I
I-
miss that little, fuzz on his face.
When I shave my face, my wife does the same. She's like, "Don't ever do that again."
Right?
Yeah.
Please stop.
I've only done it a few times in our however many decades together, but every time it's been a why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
I
He's
can
doing it-
remember when I was a kid, my dad shaved his beard for the first time, and we all know my dad. But yeah,
Right.
I remember walking in the room and not knowing who this person in our house was, and then he started speaking, and then I realized it was my dad.
Right?
Dad?
So in our house, the beard shaving is not as traumatic because Daniel does do it every, 5 years or so. But if he ever shaves off his hair,
No, don't do that.
he
Don't do
shaved
that.
off his
Don't do
hair,
that.
those wonderful, silver gray curls, and he came out of the hairdresser, and Xander actually started crying. He had no idea who that guy was.
Aw. His,
Yeah, it was-
his teddy bear curls?
His teddy bear curls. It was
Yeah, no.
actually super traumatic. Oh, speaking of
I
teddy
would
bear,
be traumatized.
I was traumatized. I couldn't even look at him. I was in the car like I can't even look at you. What did you do? And then speaking of teddy bear, in the reindeer games over at Bradley's Taekwondo, Daniel is going to be participating as the only fuzzy bear.
That tracks.
Right? So if
That
you want to
tracks.
go and participate in the reindeer games and maybe potentially get a bear, go to Bradley's Taekwondo during Winterfest, and there might be a bear. Well, there
Bag
will
yourself
be
a
a
bear.
bear.
Do we need a license to participate in this event?
I think she issues you one at the door when
Okay.
you buy your little bin of Nerf pellet things.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I hear that they have all been told once again to die as dramatically as possible.
Ah. Ah.
I hear they
Ooh,
really get into it with like legs kicking.
That's awesome. That's hilarious. And disturbing. So really quick before we get in, we got to get into our events. We got to
Yes.
get into the.
Winterfest. Sorry.
That's right. We got to
Right?
we got to get a Northern Light spotlight.
Yes.
I want to congratulate you, Miss
Why?
Paula, for your chart-topping
Oh,
song.
thank you. Oh
so
my
tell
gosh.
us a little bit about this. So
the
you
radio.
recently had a song
Yes,
at
in
the
the
top.
top 20, 13.
Yeah, and tell us what
Yes.
this is. And
Well, it's an international radio broadcast. It's based out of Canada, and they specialize in music that centers around eco-awareness and, natural things. So it's kind of a fun group, and there are internationally famous artists there. So my album, Beginnings, I submitted like 4 songs. And
Yeah.
he said, yeah, these are great. So that was about a year ago, and 2 of my songs made top 5 like several times a year ago.
Yeah.
And I thought my album had kind of like died down. I'm like, oh, nobody's playing it. But I got notified for January that my song Darkness Falls was number 13 for January.
That is incredible.
Isn't that cool?
That is incredible.
And that means people actually lots of people are requesting it because you can't request the same song. Yes, I've tried, guys. You can't request the same song from the same IP address in a 12-hour period. So it's not like you can just sit there and say request.
And this hasn't been Chuck
Right.
like creating a bunch of computers that are all bots that are like requesting your song over
Yeah,
and
So
over
this is
again.
people all over the world that are requesting these songs. And so there's artists like Damn the Bard and Victoria Ackerley and oh my gosh, there's some other really well-known artists. So yeah, I mean, I'm up there in the chart with all these people that are like actively performing and making money off of their music. And I'm like over here going, woohoo, yay, go.
and I know like a lot of your music has sort of a Celtic vibe to it, like
Yeah,
a
very
Celtic
much.
flair.
And
I-
Darkness Falls is all acoustic. There's no
Yeah.
music. It's all 100% acoustic, and the only effects that are in that song are actually the sounds of a stream. So the
Oh, nice.
water rustling down and the little
Nice.
crickets, and so it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Thank
And
you.
one of these days we're going to get you to perform in here.
Yes, see?
Yes,
Well,
yes,
you
yes.
keep saying that, Chuck,
I
but
keep
you know,
saying
I
it.
don't know. I haven't gotten contacted by Craig. So.
Yeah, right.
It's
Yeah.
not coming from Craig. It's not happening. I'm like,
Our-
okay.
Our live music director. Yeah.
Well, I make recommendations. I don't actually make the final decision.
right. But you
Just
kind of do.
saying.
Well,
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm thinking of the last people that were here. I'm like, well, actually, that was Craig. That was Craig.
Craig,
Well,
are
I
you
think
okay
that was
with
Craig. Too funny.
Well, anyway, congratulations, Paula.
Thank
That's really
you.
awesome. Give a round of applause there.
Look at that round of applause.
Yeah,
That is so
there we go.
clever. Okay, thank
All right.
you.
Okay, I had to open a program just to do that.
You're so good.
Okay, so let's get what do you want to do? Do we want to do the Northern Lights Spotlight or events first?
Events. 'cause
Let's do events.
Northern
Let's
Lights
get the
Spotlight.
events moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, what
So-
could be happening?
Right now, you have 18 minutes to make it to the Chihuahua Chamber of Commerce meeting.
Yes. And if you don't want to go to that, you can go to the adult pickleball starting at 9 a.m., going to 11:30 at the Chihuahua Court Center over at the old middle school. You can also go and enjoy karaoke over at
Fired Up Pizza.
Fired Up
There we go.
Pizza, going on not from 12 to 8 p.m. That's wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, they need
it
to
goes
change
from
that.
6 to 9 p.m.
6 to 9,
6
yeah.
to 9 p.m. Thank you. And then Saturday, what could be happening on Saturday?
There's a big blank spot there. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait
Oh,
a minute.
yeah.
Winterfest.
Yes.
So exciting.
We're going to be kicking things off at the library.
Yes.
Because they are having their ribbon cutting ceremony. There are going to be various dignitaries from around the state. And,
Grand opening at
yeah.
the Chihuahua Library. And then at the library also is Sled Dog Story Time.
Yes.
Super excited. And they will have doggies. I am told there will be doggies. If there are not doggies,
There will be doggies.
I'm going to be very disappointed.
There will be doggies. It has been confirmed.
Oh, good.
Has been
Okay.
confirmed.
And then from 12 to 5, we have vendors on Main Avenue and in the Aaron Huff building.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, all of our wonderful vendors around town. From 12 to 9, we're going to have all-day entertainment. What's going on all day for our entertainment there, Chuck?
There is a ton of stuff happening all day. So again, we have the grand opening ceremony starting. I want to add to that. During that too, at the library all day long, there's going to be the Friends of the Library book sale happening at the library, as well as multiple story times.
Right.
Story time with dogs.
You
which
cannot
is, which
beat
is
that.
no, you
In
can't.
the snow. And they're sled dogs.
You know, curling up with a warm beverage and,
right?
a dog
And a
and a
dog.
book on a cold day.
Oh, you
is-
can't beat it.
No, you can't. You can't beat that. I don't know if you're going to be allowed to actually curl up with the dogs, but the dogs will be there.
Oh,
I would hope so. I should
would hope
confirm
so.
that. Yeah.
right.
All right. So on the stage, we have kicking things off at noon. We have Just Plain Darren.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be starting things off for us. Amazing guitarist, singer, soloist. He does some looping. Is he? I don't know if he's going to be doing looping here. If we're just going to do an
I'm sure
acoustic
if he's
set.
doing, he's doing Just Plain Darren. So
Yeah.
he'll have his looping set up and doing his solo. He's
Yeah.
got tons of material that he can pull from. So I'm sure he'll have a great set for us. So
That's incredible. And like I keep saying, I missed him last time. I wasn't able to get
Yeah,
down
'cause
there,
I didn't
and
get over there. Yeah.
I was really looking forward to seeing him perform because I've seen videos of him. He gets into like this sort of bluesy set where he'll do like some play the blues on acoustic guitar, and it's phenomenal. Really, really good
Well,
stuff.
what I really notice is that his ability to loop, but then also doing his vocal looping like back. You know, you have to map it all out ahead of time.
Yeah.
You can't just like impromptu do that. You have to have it all mapped out, and he's just so polished at it.
And it kind of
amazing.
defeats the purpose to do all the looping ahead of time and just play it, because then you just
Nope, it's all fun. You do it live. You get your 4 measures, and off you go to do something awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's like any little mishit there, you know, you have to either fix it or just live with it. And
Yeah.
so,
And
Yeah.
adjust. Yeah.
yeah.
And I've seen one of my favorite musicians in the world. He does mostly bluegrass now, but for years in his career, he did a lot of the looping stuff. Sort of early on in that sort of technology when people started doing that was Keller Williams, not to be confused with the real estate agent, the singer Keller
The
Williams.
singer Keller Williams. Yeah.
And he was really enthusiastic. He'd always play on stage barefoot, kind of dancing around on stage, and he had 20, 30 instruments set up on stands all around him.
Wow.
And there were a lot of times, like you said, he would make a mistake, and you could hear him, and he just works with it. He just kind of like he'll work it in. You could hear him listen, and he'll like stop and record that set, record that part over again, and
Right.
he's
It's like
the,
Bob Ross in A Happy Little Accident.
yeah, and you could see him sometimes on video. He'll like make a mistake, and he'll laugh at himself. It's good stuff.
Well,
Moving on.
Mike Love is also a loop artist, right? He does that with his solo, doesn't he?
I think he does a little bit. Yeah,
A little bit, yeah. I've seen some of his videos, and he's quite good at it. So.
Most of the videos I've seen of his are his either sort of live sitting in front of the camera playing, or sort of pre-recorded edited videos. I don't. I need to really do a deep dive. I have in the past, but now off the top of my head, I'm not remembering it. So
I'm looking him up now.
yeah,
Like-
he's an amazing artist right
Yeah.
here in Chewelah. So we're hoping to get something going on with him later on in the year. So fingers crossed for that. We do have a new reggae show starting up, but I got to get back to the schedule.
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm getting
It's easy to
distracted.
Like, getting
Tangents,
really
yeah.
distracted here.
Okay.
Okay. So
All
we
right.
have Just Plain Dare, and that was the last one. So from
Yep.
2 to 3:15,
Yep.
we have.
Actually 1:15 to 2. We have. Oh no, that's our break. I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry.
He just mansplained.
And I'm going to say
corrected me.
that David
Sorry.
Bergman put up on the Northern Light Spotlight to say, come enjoy Infusion perform at Winterfest from 2 to 3:15. So that's right where we were
that's
at.
awesome.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Infusion.
Awesome. And which I'm really looking forward to because they are a jazz funk fusion band,
Right?
Which is a double dosing of yes, please.
Right.
Yeah, and then of course 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Rockabilly
Get the
Space Force.
badge. Get the
And
badge.
I've got my badge out.
Did you find
see?
out if they're going to have badges available?
I don't know if they're going to have badges available,
you keep pushing this badge, and
but
none
that
of
is
us are
really
gonna be
cool.
able
No,
to see
this
it.
is my badge though. See, I'm
Yeah,
just,
but what
I'm
if
just
we want
bragging.
badges?
I'm like a little kid. See what I got.
Oh man!
Is it show and,
And then
tell
from
Friday?
5:45 to 6:45 is this really cool new band,
Mm-hmm.
with a whole bunch of new faces called Scary World.
Whoa. Sorry, that was frightening.
You just scared me. Yeah. Wow.
That's Craig's new band,
Mm-hmm.
full of lots of original music and great sound. So definitely check them out.
Yes.
And then we're closing everything off
With Karma's Circle, which is led by
Nice.
Nate Ostrander, who was on our show about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Just before Christmas, I think, or was it after? Was it after the New Year?
I think it was. Well, now I'm confused. I feel like it
He
was
was
after
here.
the New Year.
He was here. He scratched a little thing on the wall, said Nate was here. No, he didn't. he
No, he was. We did a Zoom call.
Zoom
didn't. Yeah,
call.
we did.
Yeah.
He scratched it on his computer at home. He said
Yeah.
Nate was here. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
no-
was after Christmas.
We will get him in the studio one of these times. though,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, we will have him in. We will have him here
In the theater.
March 8th. Yeah, he's going to be performing here
Yay.
on our birthday. We'll get to that in a little bit, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, we have
Music all day.
Yeah.
Amazing music all day. There'll be space for dancing. The fire will be the
Yep.
little bonfire things will be there. We have the amazing art. I was going through some of the pictures from the art show at Trails End Gallery.
yeah.
Unbelievably gorgeous stuff. Wonderful eclectic mix of beautiful things. I was just blown away by what I saw. So definitely spend some time and go over to the art show at Trails End Gallery. That's going to be going on from 11:30 to 5:30. And remember, this is what started it all.
This is what it's all connected
Yeah,
to.
it's Tim and the art show and everything going on at Trails End Gallery.
And congratulations to the winners.
Yes.
We had
Red and her.
Red won for the
uh-huh.
best 3D. Chris Davis
won,
took the second place for the best 3D art.
Yep.
The best the number
Best
one
in show was that beautiful woman.
phenomenal.
With the,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was oil and acrylic. Oh my gosh, what was her name?
I can't remember her name.
Oh my, I'm gonna go look it up.
All right,
It
she'll
was-
look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the best 2D art was a scratch board, and it was like a still life painting, but done with a scratch board. You know, where they put the paint on and
Yes,
scratch it
isn't
off.
that amazing?
And I swear you could take a microscope and you
Yeah.
could see the individual fibers on the lace tablecloth in this.
Wow.
Piece
Just
of
the
art.
detail and the fine.
Unreal. Yeah.
Really, really amazing.
I know I popped in there for like 10 minutes and it wasn't near enough time to check everything out. There's
No.
so many pieces there.
No,
It's
yeah.
really worth taking some time and going down there and enjoying your coffee and just perusing all the art.
Yeah, yeah, and I went to the awards ceremony, and it was some of the other stuff, the honorable mentions and everything, and then we went over to the gallery. It's amazing, and the pictures don't do any of it justice, like not even a little bit. It's incredible. Okay, so back to Winterfest. We also have the sourdough and wine tasting event. This is happening from 12 to 5 p.m.
Yum.
in Fired Up Pizza. Exactly. Who doesn't like a good homemade bread and wine? Of course, the vendor fair is happening. We have bingo happening at the American Legion. Again, the story time with the dogs. I'm trying to look at the rest of the schedule here.
And the
Yeah,
rail
there's just-
jam. The rail jam
yeah,
with
the
all
rail
the
jam
amazing
at
stuff
5
that's going
p.m.
on from 5 p.m. to
Yep.
7:30.
Yeah.
And they have the road closed off. Here we go. All right.
And
best-
it's not too late to sign up for the rail jam. If you
Yeah.
are a snowboarder, a skier, you want to take place in the rail jam, there are prizes. Go ahead. It is not too late. Somebody's knocking on the
Somebody's
door.
knocking on the door.
The
All
doors-
right, we're
the
going to
doors should
send
be open.
Craig because he's the only one who can get out there. All right, so the best in show was
Sorry, Craig.
Veronica Mallory, Terra, mixed oil and acrylic.
Thank you.
And it was just amazing. Are we allowed to show it? Can you show? Can you see?
Yeah, possibly. Let me see if we can. Yeah, no, you can't really see it on camera. Get a
Okay.
little close. You can. Yeah, you can't really. You can kind of see it. Well, we did have. We didn't do that stuff because the winners hadn't been announced yet. But we had Red
Right.
and
And now
we
that
had Red and Jamie Rose Lord on the show the other day on a special Wednesday about the arts
yes,
episode.
I saw. Yes. Yeah. Second place 3D, Chris Davis, title Sunset for her copper, agate,
Mhm.
and cord work. First place 2D, Heidi Carney, Here Comes the Sun and Oil. First place 3D, Red Burnell, Crystal Blue Persuasion, her porcelain crystal glaze. She worked really hard on that glaze. That was a big deal.
She did.
We
She really did.
have third place 3D, Gary Roach for the Madrone Bowl.
Yes,
That was stunning.
that was when you see the picture, and the picture
Right.
does not do it justice. It was a
Not at all.
hand-carved
You have to
bowl
go
out of bro-
actually
yeah,
see
yeah.
it because you're like, this is actually a piece of Madrone that he's made into. It's really cool.
Mhm.
And then third place 2D, Amy Anderson with the Good Times Roll, watercolor and ink pen, and she actually sells her cards over at General Store.
Oh, cool.
And then this is what you were talking about earlier. Honorable mention 2D, Judy Fairley, Saddle Up, the Scratch Board.
No, that one was also scratchboard. Both of them that
Oh.
won were scratchboard. That still life with the fruit and the picture on the table that looks like a photograph. That
I
is.
don't see that one. That one's not listed here.
Oh, that was the first place.
Oh, wait,
2D.
wait.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Second place 2D. Thank you. I missed it. Second place 2D. Sandra Willard for lemon and Garbina. I can't say it.
Well, what was the first place 2D? Did I remember it wrong?
First place 2D was Heidi Carney. Here Comes the Sun and Oil.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
the lace tablecloth that you're talking about. This is Scratchboard. Gerberas. Those are flowers. Why am I not able to say that word?
I don't know what kind of flower that is, so I will.
It's like a daisy.
yeah,
So I don't know
yeah.
why Gerberas. I
Wh-
think maybe that might be a typo.
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay,
Maybe.
anyway. And then let's see. We have our honorable mention today from Kim Long, Whispers of Sun. Whispers of Winter, Snow Maidens Dance. That's lovely. And then this really cool. I really get into interactive tactile art. And the
Yes, the
right, the honorable mention 3D from Amber Semenza, Verdant Heart, mixed media entry. I just think this is so cool.
it's made out of a book.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. I
Yeah,
just
it's incredible.
love that.
She's got a
I
couple
just-
pieces in there.
Yeah, so very, very cool. Definitely go to Trails End Gallery. Look at all the amazing artwork. I mean, really, we cannot say enough about it. All right, and now,
Yep. Let's do mention the Fired Up Pizza Blues and Brews Jam Sunday at 4 p.m.
Yes.
And now let's get into the.
All right, Northern Lights Spotlight. Yeah,
Yes.
very cool. So Chuck and I and Paula, we all kind of decided the first day that, well, I did, and then everybody
Thank
jumped
you.
on board. Yeah,
We said, yes, Craig,
yeah,
please.
do that. Yeah. So I created a group on Facebook, Northern Lights Spotlight, which is a spot that we can put our or people that are promoters or musicians or artists that would like to help get their events out there. It's basically a place that I'll put a post up every week that people can like dump their flyers, their posters, their events onto that, and then I'll announce it on the air. So this week I actually have some sad news. I wanted a friend of ours in the community, Joe Norblad, passed away a while back, but she is having a celebration of life at the Drop Tine, which is where her old bar was, Dan and Joe's bar, and we used to have our jam sessions down there. She was a big supporter of local music, and so I urge everybody to go and celebrate her life on Sunday, February 16th at the Valley Drop Tine in Valley, Washington. So it's a potluck. Bring your favorite dish, and let's see, what time does that start at? It's at 1 p.m. on Sunday, the 16th, a celebration of life for Joe Norblad.
Oh.
Yeah. And my band, Two Stones, One Bird, will be up at the ski resort on Saturday, which I think we've already mentioned, but I'm just wanted to refresh that. And let's see where else we're going to Sandpoint on. Actually, today we'll be in Sandpoint at Smokesmith Barbecue. That's Two Stones, One Bird, and I'm not going to get into too many of that. Yeah.
who's that?
Zach Pass and Jacob Van Noe are going to be playing at. I think that's Jackson Street on Friday, February 21st at 7 p.m. And he's been reaching out to Chuck about playing a show here in the studio or at the theater. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah, look, what's great is he was actually somebody who was on my list of people I wanted to contact. And
now he's reaching out to you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
It was
that's
nice to
really
hear
cool.
from him.
Now I get the connection. I was like
Yeah.
going like, well,
Yeah.
So it was somebody that was already on your radar. So that's
Yeah.
great. Just Playing Darren, as we know, is playing at Winterfest on Saturday at noon, but he's also playing tonight at the Riddler from 7 to 8:30 p.m. So if you're not close enough to get here on Saturday, you might be able to go check him on Friday or tonight down at the Riddler. He's also at the Old School Liquor Bar on Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. So he's doing a double
gig.
booking,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, you guys are
Or
too,
on
right?
Saturday. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm booked all weekend. It's quite a busy weekend for me. Then Just Playing
Yeah, I'm
Darren.
booked.
It's a good thing, right?
It's a very good thing.
South Hill Grill on Sunday, February 9th from 5:30 to 8:30, and then the QQ Sushi and Kitchen Thursday, February 13th from 5:30 to 8:30. That's Just Plain Darren. You can find him around. Deanne Reese, she is actually doing a Valentine's Day evening karaoke duet competition. And that's at the Drop Tine. First place is going to be $100. Second place is a $50 dinner gift certificate for two. So if you like to get out and sing with your honey, go out to the Drop Tine for some February 14th karaoke. And so that's basically it for the spotlight. There wasn't a bunch of people. I am urging people to contribute to this so I can announce their events for them.
Yeah.
And of course, the Sunday jam. It is happening. It's Super Bowl Sunday, but they're still doing the jam, I believe. Sometimes they don't, but
Are you guys going to be jamming during the game?
yeah, I think it's about the same time. Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to really divide Shuila. Music people
Yeah.
and the football people.
Yeah, they're
Well,
right.
the
Right.
good news is the two teams that are playing, I don't think many people care.
Who is playing?
It's
Yeah,
the winner from the last couple of years again, right?
It's the
Yeah.
Chiefs and is it the Philadelphia Eagles?
I think it's
don't-
the Eagles and Chiefs, yeah.
I just haven't even been following it all this year.
Yeah.
I usually follow somewhat, but this year it seems like the general consensus for this game is that
Whatever.
America doesn't really care.
Well, I know it's the Eagles because I heard John was talking to a guy that was going to Philadelphia for the Super Bowl, so that's why I know.
Right.
I'm just
Gotcha.
like, oh yeah, so it's got to be I knew the Chiefs won, so they went ahead, and then I'm just not following it like I used to. I
Well,
guess.
and we even did a story the other day. The Super Bowl prices for the first time in years have actually dropped this year
Really?
because they're having a hard time with sales. I don't
Now
know.
I have to look it up.
I don't know if people are just tired of seeing the Chiefs win every year, or or what's going on. But yeah, or maybe people are tightening their belts and not spending it on what is the word, extraneous stuff. So,
Current Super Bowl prices.
yeah, there's
From StarHub, you too can have a ticket for $2,674. TickPick, you can have $3,374. Game Time, $2,548. It'll be $3,540, an extra $1,000 with fees.
yeah.
Holy, this is
It's
and these
just
are
too
lower.
much.
I mean, yeah, those are lower than they've been. I think they average because you got to factor in like all the box tickets and all that. You know, people
Wow.
there's tickets that are $100,000, you know, for like the executive seats and all that.
I did have one
I think the
last thing
average
I
price is
wanted
about $4,000.
to,
Oh, I'm sorry.
to
Sorry.
plug. No, it's okay. I thought I was done, but I found this other one. It's Daniel Hall, who's somebody that I've mentioned to you that we
Yeah.
should get down here. But
yeah.
he said he's playing at the Bistango,
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 B-I-S-T-A-N-G-O.
February. I don't know where that is, but February 7th from 7 to 10, and February 8th at the West Plains Brewery from 7 to 9. So I'm gonna have to look up that venue. It's a new one. I haven't
No,
seen that name
is-
yet. So
I'm gonna
Is
look it
that
up.
is that the young man from Loon Lake?
he's from Spokane.
Okay.
He unfortunately he lived out in like the Four Lakes area, and his property burnt up, and his
Oh,
house.
no.
Yeah, he had a trailer out there, and it burnt down. I believe it was a trailer, and it
Okay.
he burnt completely to the ground. Like all the trees are gone, everything. So
Oh,
he's just got a big
no.
old just chunk of land with nothing on it now.
Oh, it's in
Oh.
Spokane. Bistango Martini Lounge Bar,
Oh, that
108
sounds
North
fun.
Post Street in Spokane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Who-
it's right downtown.
Yeah.
Who was there was a young man from Loon Lake who was, I believe he was what was he, like 14, getting invited to Nashville to do some singing.
Wyatt. What was his last? It was Wyatt, wasn't it? I sent that.
Yeah,
I
you-
sent that link to you. Yeah.
Yeah, you said I haven't been able to follow up on it yet, but yeah, that's exciting. I mean, 14 years old getting invited. I know there was a quote in an article I read from his parents said, "We're not gonna sign him up quite yet. We need to make sure."
Well,
he's-"
yeah, and it's like, how do you reach out to him?
Yeah.
It's like, unless you have a family connection, because I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I might be able to go to like the places that he performs and meet him or something, because he does like open mics and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
But
I
I-
mean, 14 years old and he's already gaining traction. That's
I
awesome.
like the parents' take on it though. They're like, "This is amazing, but we need to make sure he's a
School,
kid
yeah,
first. Make sure he
exactly.
gets his education and."
Yeah.
You know, we need to allow him to become a kid, and when he's 18, he can make those decisions. But
Yep.
but yeah, I kind of like that take on it. But at the same time, you know, you gotta, if
Yeah.
it's a kid's passion, you know, we're unschoolers in our house, and we gotta follow the kid's passion. So
Yeah.
you know, I think that it seems like the parents kind of have the right track though. They're kind of following. They're letting him. They're following the passion, letting him dip his toes in. Going to Nashville and singing with famous singers.
That's
That's
pretty
huge.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think his brother had a guitar or something, and
Yeah.
then they like his brother wasn't even interested, but then the younger brother was like picking up the guitar and messing with it, so they got him a ukulele, and it was a kind of interesting story.
That's awesome.
I kind of
That's awesome.
You know, I didn't necessarily soak it all in, but yeah, it was really interesting.
That's
Very
cool.
cool.
So hopefully we'll get him in here and do an interview. That would be awesome.
That would be cool. And
But-
Chuck, you are right. It's $4,000 less than it was last year to go to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
Oh, 4,000 less. That's what it was. I knew the number 4,000 was sticking in my head.
Yeah.
So it's affordable for everybody now.
Oh yeah, because I just have I have $3,000, $4,000 in my back pocket. I carry it around.
That makes Taylor
That's what it
Swift tickets cheap. No, they're not.
Oh my gosh! All right, so
Okay.
break.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take our break. We're going to take a little extra long break today. We're going to throw in an extra news story or two
Yes,
here.
because we've got guests.
Yeah, we got to set up for our musical guests, and we got to go find an extra microphone.
As
but-
one does.
Right. But in the meantime, thank you for listening to KCHW 102.7. This is our morning show. We will be right back after this break with some music for you guys.
Music.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We'll be back. Oh, and Greg takes off. There he goes. He's running. He's running away. He's running from the microphone.
listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah Valley, Deer Park.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, February the 7th, 2025. I'm Mike Clifford. A federal judge paused Thursday's deadline for federal employees to accept the Trump administration's deferred resignation offer while more proceedings on the program's legality play out. That from CNN. They report the pause stems from a lawsuit from the American Federation of Government Employees and several other unions filed in U.S. District Court in Massachusetts seeking a temporary restraining order to halt the February 6th deadline. CNN notes the unions also want to require the government to articulate a policy that is lawful rather than an arbitrary, unlawful, short-fused ultimatum which workers may not be able to enforce. And for the New York Times, President Trump Thursday defended his proposal for the U.S. to take charge of post-war Gaza and resettle its Palestinian residents, but stressed he would not deploy U.S. troops to the enclave, as Israel's defense minister announced he had ordered the military to draft a plan to allow people to voluntarily leave. And California state lawmakers are taking action to enact safeguards against federal immigration enforcement.
Last year, Democratic State Senator Elena Gonzalez introduced Senate Bill 48. The legislation would block immigration enforcement from happening near schools. It would also seek to keep California's status as a sanctuary state, which is also one of the things on President Trump's chopping block. Data shows that more than 1 million U.S. citizen children in the state live with at least one undocumented family member. Kristen Rao-Finkbeiner with the social welfare group Moms Rising says they're hearing from folks and students around the country who say Trump's directives are inciting fear in children and families that could have short and long-term consequences.
A terrified child in a classroom full of fearful children can't learn or thrive, and that creating a climate of fear at schools harms every child. We will demand that our government acts humanely and with compassion.
I'm Alex Gonzalez reporting.
President Trump's so-called border czar, Tom Homan, has said any potential raids on schools would be assessed on a case-by-case basis. Next, consumer advocates in Maine say the availability of enhanced subsidies have helped record numbers of people get the health care coverage they need.
Nearly 65,000 Mainers enrolled in health plans this year through the state's online marketplace, CoverMe.gov. Rachel Collymore with the Augusta-based Consumers for Affordable Health Care says that means more people are catching problems early and avoiding trips to the ER.
It means that people who might otherwise kind of roll the dice don't have to anymore. They can get that security by having a health plan that is more likely to meet their budget and more likely to meet their health care needs.
Enhanced subsidies have cut some premiums on average by more than 40%. Collymore says open enrollment is closed until November, but people can still get coverage if they experience certain qualifying life events like getting married or losing an employer-based plan. I'm Catherine Carley.
Advocates encourage people to contact their elected officials to let them know the importance of keeping the enhanced subsidies in place. This is Public News Service. The negative impacts on air quality from industrialized animal facilities in North Carolina stick around for a long time. That's according to a new study.
The research also shows that the effects are felt most by communities of color. Lead author of the study, Sally Pusetti at the University of Virginia, says her team used satellite measurements of ammonia pollution associated with industrialized swine operations in eastern North Carolina.
Those ammonia air quality impacts are disproportionately experienced by residents in eastern North Carolina who are Black and African American, Hispanic and Latino, and Indigenous.
Compared to white communities, the study found ammonia concentrations were 27% higher for Black communities, 35% higher for Hispanic communities, and 49% higher for Indigenous communities between 2016 and 2021. Pusetti notes that satellite data from 2008 to 2023 shows these trends have largely remained unchanged. I'm Eric Tegedoff reporting.
Next to Georgia, where 1 in 5 folks experience a mental illness each year, and while the state has made strides in expanding crisis support, a new report suggests there is still work to do.
The mental health advocacy group Inseparable says despite Georgia's investment in the 988 crisis hotline, gaps remain in ensuring people receive care instead of landing in jails or emergency rooms. Caitlin Hochul, vice president of public policy at Inseparable, says one area that needs improvement is how calls are handled in state.
More investment is needed to help boost those in-state answer rates. As you can see in our report, Georgia's in-state answer rate is currently around 82%, whereas the national goal is 90% or higher.
She explains having in-state professionals answer crisis calls is crucial. They understand the local resources, providers, and geography, making it easier to connect people with the right care and, if needed, dispatch mobile crisis teams more effectively. Shantia Hudson reporting.
Finally, as we've been reporting, Americans working multiple jobs to cover living expenses has become increasingly common, and Ohioans are no exception.
According to U.S. Census data, a significant portion of Midwestern workers hold secondary jobs. A study by My Perfect Resume found 71% of U.S. workers rely on additional income to make ends meet. Career expert Jasmine Escalera notes that while this extra work is necessary for many, it can negatively impact job performance.
49% of people surveyed said that their secondary source of income is actually impacting their performance at their primary job.
She notes the lack of productivity brought on by stress and fatigue from a primary job means you're likely not putting in the extra investment needed to get higher pay, better titles, or job promotions. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our content and trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 Northern Lights Public Radio.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, this is the news from rural America. Congress is eyeing September to update the Farm Bill, now 2 years overdue. Anti-hunger advocates are trying to protect the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly food stamps. But GOP members of the House Agriculture Committee want work requirements and steep cuts. Salam Bhatti with the Food Research and Action Center says SNAP helps feed families and boost agriculture and struggling rural economies.
For every SNAP dollar, there's an economic impact of $1.54. That is even more impactful within rural parts of the country.
Bhatti particularly wants to see the Thrifty Food Plan protected that more accurately estimates the cost of groceries to determine SNAP benefits. In 2023, he says 1 in 7 rural households faced food insecurity, and SNAP is their first line of defense.
SNAP is an economic investment that the federal government makes into its people and into its farmers.
Medical debt has an outsized impact on rural communities and their hospitals. Anya Slepian explains.
Nearly half of all Americans have medical debt, about $90 billion in unpaid bills, according to the University of Minnesota's Rural Health Research Center. Co-director Carrie Henning-Smith says that can spell trouble for rural families, communities, and hospitals that are already struggling.
But it's also going to impact availability of care in rural communities and places that need that care the most.
She says commercial insurance leaves many rural residents underinsured.
Tenuous bottom line are some of the most impacted.
I'm Anya Slepian.
It's Black History Month, and a new book spotlights schools built for Black students in the South between 1912 and 1937. The Rosenwald Schools were a groundbreaking partnership between Northern Jewish American Julius Rosenwald, head of Sears Roebuck and Company, and Booker T. Washington, a Southern African American education leader. Andrew Filer is the photographer behind the book.
Medgar Evers, Maya Angelou, multiple members of the Little Rock Nine, and Congressman John Lewis all went to Rosenwald schools.
The program built nearly 5,000 schools across 15 southern and border states. It's been called one of America's most transformative early 20th century efforts. Filer spent some 3 years photographing about 100 of the 500 surviving schools and interviewing former students.
These places are the locus of history and memory and community, and when we lose places and spaces like this, we lose a piece of the American soul.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
KCHW headlines. I'm Chuck Ritchie. Washington lawmakers and the governor are getting big raises. A citizen panel approved hikes of 16% for legislators and 14% for the governor spread over 2 years. The state's other executives and hundreds of judges will get a cost of living adjustment of 3% on July 1st and 2% a year later. State legislators are considering new artificial intelligence regulations. 4 bills have been introduced on the fast-growing technology. 2 of those bills would require AI developers to provide ways for users to find out how their images are put together. The others deal with the use of AI in child pornography and forced digital likenesses. And they're also looking at paying parents who care for kids with disabilities. Under state law, anyone except a parent or legal guardian can get paid to provide personal care, bathing, dressing, or managing medical needs to a child under 18 years old. Parents are eligible for this pay only once their child becomes an adult. Meanwhile, a worker shortage makes finding caregivers impossible for many families, so one parent often has to quit their job to stay home with the child. In our last story, some Head Start programs in the state are still having trouble getting the federal funds they need to operate. This, a week after President Trump ordered a short-lived freeze on grants and loans. A federal judge paused the executive order just before it was supposed to take effect, but several Head Start programs are still locked out or getting error messages in payment portals.
Even though I moved away a few years ago, my heart will always be tied to Northern Lights Public Radio. KCHW 102.7 is owned and operated by the Northeast Washington Community Radio Guild. And believe it or not, on March 14th, we are turning 14 years old. And while Chuck is working on some special birthday events for the community, I'm here to ask you to remember to support public radio in Stevens County with a Radio Guild membership. KCHW is a 501c3 nonprofit. Our supporting funds come from 3 sources: grants when available, programming sponsorships from area businesses, and memberships in the Radio Guild from people like you. Supporting KCHW in any way is also tax deductible. Memberships start at just $20 and include benefits like discounts to our shows. A business level membership offers extras like on-air thank yous, website banners, and discounts for sponsoring our local programming like news, weather, and music. By getting a membership, you'll know you're helping support one of the county's most important community services. Don't wait for our birthday. Sign up to become a member in the KCHW Radio Guild today. It's super affordable and easy to do. Just visit kchw.org or northernlightspublicradio.com. And if you need to call us, you can do that too. 509-935-6627. Thanks in advance. We are Northern Lights Public Radio.
It's 8:17.
Your KCHW Morning Show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Always new and exciting around here. Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We are back with myself, Chuck Ritchie, Paula Randall, Craig McQuain, and we have a couple of guests in the studio today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
John Pitcher.
There you go. Get a little closer to that mic there, John.
John Pitcher.
There you go. Perfect. And so you are one of the members of Scary World.
Yep.
And we have your drummer sitting over there on the couch. We don't have wave you, Dylan. You can see you.
Yeah, you're in the background of Chuck's camera there.
Yeah, that's Dylan. So you're still on camera, Dylan.
Chuck's gonna get John's camera going, I'm sure.
There we go. Yes, sir. All right. So welcome to the show. How you guys doing this morning?
It's too early to tell.
Yeah.
It is definitely too early. It is too early to tell. So so you guys got together. How long ago did you guys get together to form this band?
Craig and I have been writing songs for a while. It took us a while to find that guy.
Yeah, it's been about a year, John. I was thinking about that.
Yeah,
it's just about a year now. I think that we've been, penning some original music, and then about a month and a half ago, Dylan. I was reaching out to him. I can't remember. I think I was inviting him to a show or something like that, and then he said that he was doing more music, and I asked him if he wanted to come and play some drums with us. So
yeah,
it's been working out really well. So
very cool. All right, so you guys just want to lead us right into a song?
Yeah, we're gonna do one. It's called "Come Back to Me."
Outstanding. All right, here we go.
All this time I've loved you true. Life without you, what do I do? Say goodbye to all I gave. And I gave it all away, and now I must pay. Now when I look around, you're all I see, and all the things I love come back to me. All that I love is so far away, and all that I need is you here with me, and all that I want is just like it was, so come back to me, come back to me. Living the dream with you by my side, floating in our own paradise. I can feel your body so close to mine, sending shivers up and down my spine. And all that I love is so far away, and all that I need is you here with me, and all that I want is just like it was, so come back to me, come back to me. You're all that I love, you're all that I need, you're all that I want, so come back to me. All that I want is so far away, and all that I need is you here with me, and all that I want
Nice.
Very nice, guys.
Thank
Really
you.
nice.
Very nice. Wow. That was great, you guys. So where'd you, was this one of the songs that you guys been working on for a while, or was this one that you guys kind of came up with?
Newer ones.
Yeah.
Fairly newer, yeah.
Nice.
It
They're
was
all new.
Yeah.
Since we added drums and stuff. So.
Oh, really? So
periodically, John and I will, kind of throw out some song ideas that we have had or
Mhm.
that we're working on, and that was just one that I've had in the can a long time, but with some edits, quite a few edits, we came up with that. So
yeah, very nice. Hey, if you could, before the next song, I know it's kind of frustrating to do this stuff on air. Can you switch those two microphones? Your vocals are coming out a little hot over the top one, and I know that the orange one sounds a little better on the vocals.
Yeah, no
so,
worries.
Was
yeah.
that close enough and everything?
Yeah, your vocals were great. Your that black microphone is not a very good one, and it captures instruments okay, but
that breaking up was actually my voice.
Oh, was it?
It
Okay.
wasn't the microphone.
Okay, because it's 8 a.m.
Well, it was funny.
Do you play djembe?
Yeah,
I was gonna say there's a
Oh, yeah.
djembe over here. If you want to get on the djembe, then there'd still be drums. It's not a kit, but then there'd be drums.
Do you have that microphone on?
I see red.
Huh.
Hello,
Okay.
hello. There I
Hello.
am.
Oh, perfect. There we go.
There
That's
we go.
better. That's better.
All right. See, we're gonna get
So,
the
yeah.
drummer going here. I can see him over there, and I can see his fingers are itching.
Oh,
so I gotta give
outstanding.
him something to do.
Outstanding.
There we go.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this
a
is
lot
awesome.
different with the whole kit and everything. So.
Oh yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
even this will be awesome just to have something.
Or Saturday.
Saturday.
Or yeah,
And I-
tomorrow is Saturday. Sorry.
I
I'm
have
still
it-
on Thursday night time.
It's been a few years since I've tightened that or done any kind of tuning on that. It's just kind of been a decoration more than anything. But hopefully,
No, it's gonna be awesome.
it still has some tone left in it.
Yeah, earlier in the show we mentioned it a couple times, but yeah, Scary World will be at Winterfest at 5:45
Mhm.
at the center stage, kind of during the Rail Jam, I think, or kind of at the end of the Rail Jam. We'll be starting.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Rail Jam's going to be starting during the break, and then you guys are going to come on towards the second half of the Rail Jam.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
it'll be cool.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
going to be a lot of
really
fun.
neat.
All right.
You gonna do
So,
another one?
yeah, you guys just want to go right into another one?
Sure.
Perfect. What are we going to hear?
Beautiful Girl.
Beautiful Girl. Outstanding. It's a good name. Simple. I love it.
All right, you ready?
Go for it.
I am.
I see her standing in the rain. It's such a beautiful thing. And when she smiles and looks my way, I never know what to say. So I keep searching for the words for a beautiful girl. She always wanders through my head when I least expect it. She's always running through my thoughts if I'm ready or not. So I keep searching for the words for a beautiful girl. I can't find the words to let her know. And I search the world, I can't let her go. I can't find the words to let her know she's a beautiful girl. I can't find the words to let her know. And I search the world, I can't let her go. I can't find the words to let her know she's a beautiful girl. Such a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl.
Nice. Outstanding. Outstanding.
The crowd goes wild.
So is there a particular girl this is about?
Maybe.
Maybe. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
It's about all the girls. Right? About all the girls.
All right, interview time, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you guys, well, I'll wait for him to sit down without rushing things into it here. Rush. That's what we do around here. That's okay.
Right,
Give me
cords
a
have to
second
be
here.
moved, microphones have to be moved.
Yeah, we should get Dylan in here on one of these mics.
Please.
Yeah. Come on up, Dylan. Come have a seat. There's another there's a little black stool there. Sorry, the stools around here are not very comfortable, but you know.
We're working on it.
Short term. You know, while they're getting set up, we got these new kitchen chairs for our kitchen that I would dearly love to convert those same chairs into stools. They're so comfortable.
You really need to get right up on these to be able to hear you talk.
Yeah. All right. So welcome. Thank you guys for that. That was wonderful. I appreciate that.
That sounded like Lawrence Welk there.
What?
No.
What?
Welcome.
Usually people tell me I sound like Norm Macdonald, so I will take that.
This doesn't have much slack on it, Dylan. I'm trying.
Uh-oh.
You just have to get right on top of it.
Yeah, you got to get. I tell people, I always tell
close.
People, if you can, don't do it, please. But if you can touch your tongue to it, then you're at the right distance on these mics. So.
And it's a side, not the top.
Yeah. So I think you're good. Just get a little bit closer there. Yeah, there.
You're so quiet for a drummer.
I don't have any drums to make any noise with today. So
there he is. All right. Yeah.
Drummers have an outlet for their voice. They don't need to speak loud. They carry a big stick. Two of them.
Yeah. He actually sings too. We just haven't worked it in yet because.
Oh, nice.
Doing all drum stuff right now.
Oh, see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dylan's a instrumentalist. Yeah.
Nice.
We all are kind of. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what happens.
So I know Craig is Chewelah, longtime resident. Are you guys also from the area? Or are you guys transplants?
No, I'm a transplant.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago.
Okay.
That's cool.
We both are too. So
yeah.
So and how about you, Dylan?
I've been here in Stevens County so long. I tell people I've never seen California, and it's true. I've been here 49 years.
Wow.
I think that counts as a local resident. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You're not a transplant. You're officially one of the people.
And are there any other projects that people know about that you've been in around the area?
Yeah, Roots in Springdale, and we've got a little jam space there that we, I'm working with another band on, and some just like a cover tune stuff and a few originals there. But I've played a lot of places with bands, different bands throughout the years, and they were all kind of just one genre kind of thing. And I think with these guys, it's just so much different because they have such a broad spectrum of tunes. They're thinking about everybody, and that's kind of really the way I am too. I've written some stuff that's on YouTube. And I also, did that as well. I incorporated a little bit of blues, and blues being a lot of the roots around here.
Yeah,
definitely.
And it'll always have its place for sure. Just from blues to hard rock to, somewhat contemporary. These guys, I think. They're in with the movement that a lot of like indie rock stuff taking off right now that I really enjoy too, and just new bands, original bands.
Yeah,
people that are coming up with their own stuff.
I've noticed there's a trend lately of genre bending, not really defining genres, and I kind of like that because it really focuses more on music for music's sake than it does to sort of fit your music in this.
It's constantly evolving.
Yeah. So I know you're having problems with that mic stand, but could you get that mic a little bit closer to you there, John?
I can get closer to it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So yeah, we had to, right as we were getting set off, our one of the screws on our mic stands seems like it stripped, so have to get that fixed afterwards. But yeah, so is there anything, Craig, that you want to tell people about?
Well,
about your new
Scary.
project?
Yeah, what's great about Scary World is that we have I don't know right off the top of my head, but all original music. So when we play our set at Winterfest, we're not going to do any covers. It's all going to be our original songs. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
We'll show some variety too, like he was talking about. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so like when we do play a cover, like say we've never, like it's not rehearsed. You know, we're playing them off the cuff. I mean, we might have played them in different projects or got an idea of how to play them, but
Right.
it's kind of interesting when that happens because we're kind of like we're writing a cover song all of a sudden. It's like,
So, the last two songs that you performed were very much ballad. Do you have more lively stuff that people can really get out and dance to?
We have a
or?
variety, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little, to transfer it over to the acoustics, it's a little challenging.
Yeah, we started out with that because we didn't have a drummer, so we wrote a
You
bunch
have
of
a drummer.
acoustic
He's here.
songs. Yeah.
He's got a djembe.
Yeah, it's just a little harder to do in this kind of setting to bring everything in and throw Chuck under the bus. Like, hey, we got a full band coming in today for the so we tried to make it easy as we can.
That's all right. There's always that moment of panic, and so actually no, there's the brief moment of panic, and then I get distracted by something else or conversation, and then there's the real moment of panic when it's like, oh no, we have 5 minutes. Yeah. That's our sort of mode of operation around here. We wait, panic, get distracted, then panic harder.
Right.
Yeah.
And then get it done.
Yeah, that's the way it works, right?
Absolutely.
Isn't that how everybody operates?
Right.
That's how you create stress really well.
Exactly. It's a lot of coffee. Well, so how many are in the band? This is 3 of you that are in the band, and then so who are we missing?
This is our trio.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so you can do an up lively song because you have your drummer and he's got a djembe. I'm not letting you off the hook. I want to hear something.
No,
lively.
I don't have my bass, and I play bass typically.
We do like mandolin, banjo, violin, electric guitar stuff. So
Daniel, are you listening? Bring your bass.
I don't think there's time for that.
Yeah, just I was gonna bring an acoustic bass, but I completely just did not grab it from Will. Will's got one. Will and Rob have one, but I just completely forgot. So that's my bad.
Will, bring your bass. Bring
it
over, Will.
I used to have one, but I gave it to my stepdaughter's friend because he needed one. So I don't have it anymore.
You need a bass on the wall.
I used to love that.
Are you guys going to be there tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are we gonna be there tomorrow?
Yes,
of course we're gonna be there tomorrow.
we're gonna.
You can hear it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, there have been so many times when I was gonna go see you guys play, or I had to be somewhere else, and this will be my first time actually checking you guys out and seeing you guys play. And
yeah, we haven't really played a bunch, because he's only been with us a month and a half. And
yeah,
we did a few gigs together, just Craig and I. But
yeah,
so he was in the woods somewhere. It took us a while to find him.
Yeah.
Well, as drummers are, they're in the woods somewhere usually, right? Hanging out.
Usually hanging out with Bigfoot. Yeah.
The first 3 times we got together, John kept on expecting him to quit or something because he's like, "Oh, well, he's here right now, but how long is it going to last, Craig?"
He's always early, and he's working
doing his homework. I mean, we're getting spoiled.
It's messed up.
Doing your homework. Awesome. Are you in school? Are you going to school?
No.
Oh,
school Hard Rock.
Figurative homework. Gotcha. High school. Or actually,
I'm still engaged in the School of Hard Knocks.
Heck yeah.
I'm still here,
Right.
But
I think once you get out of school, that you drop the home in front of it, and then it's just work, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's music, then I call that play. I know it's a lot of work, though.
Play, yeah.
I know it's a lot of work. So
it's fun work.
It is.
So after Winterfest, we're going to be at Trix on the 22nd, which is just right by Elk and Chatteroy. Trix Bar and Grill, and that's on Highway 2. So we're going to be there on the 22nd, and we're looking for a guest artist to join us on that. We haven't decided for sure who's going to join us. So
cool.
Yeah, we like to have an opener.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, we're at 49 Degrees North on the 28th, which is a Friday, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so was the Trix? Was that the one you're doing tomorrow after Winterfest? Weren't you doing something else tomorrow after Winterfest? In the evening?
This.
Okay. I thought you had 2 gigs tomorrow.
Well, I have a gig later today in Sandpoint, and then during the day I'm up at 49 Degrees North with another band.
That's what
I'm trying to focus on Scary World, though. See.
Yeah.
You know, I got a lot of things going on. So if you're interested about learning about that, Craig McQuain Music, I post all my stuff.
Yeah.
Almost probably too much.
Going into the studio too at the end of this month.
Yeah, we got studio time set. Yeah.
Is that where you're going to go? Do you have a studio at your home, or you're coming in here?
No, it's in Spokane.
Oh, very cool. Nice.
Bones.
Oh, John, I need you to get it. You need to stay right up. Sorry, these mics are.
Gotta
you got to
kiss
get
the mic,
yeah. You got to get right up on them.
Too fun.
Gotta get
So,
in-
are you
gotta
going
get
to do a
intimate
full
with these.
record? How many songs are going to be on it? Just a single? Okay. So
Very
3
cool.
songs.
We're just getting started, so we need.
Yeah.
We also need someone who knows how to make an EPK kit and all that kind of stuff. Social media.
Yeah.
So we're kind of
Nice.
looking for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
I know there's a few marketing people around the area that might be able to do some of that stuff.
Well, we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah. I'm not one of them. I suck at social media. Craig is so much better than me. I scroll, but I never actually post anything. I'm so bad about it.
Yeah.
I'm so bad about it.
Well, it comes in waves. Sometimes I'm inspired to do it, and other times I'm like going, nobody wants to hear this stuff. Just whatever that is.
So the songs that you're recording, were 2 of those songs the ones that you just performed?
One of them is.
One of them? Okay.
Yeah. We're doing a variety. We got a mandolin one,
Mhm.
one that we just did, and an electric one called Party on Mars.
That's fun. So it's going to be like an electric and acoustic mix on your album?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of all
fun.
stuff we do. Yeah.
Very
Well,
cool.
we're not quite to the album stage yet. We're just getting basically some demos so that we can shop some gigs and then
Send them some music.
Yeah, that way we have something that's a little more solid than just a cell phone clip or.
Yeah.
Dylan's been really good about recording on the Zoom, so he's got a bunch of different versions of the song, or same versions, just different recordings.
Yeah, as we starting to tighten them up, and it's a lot of work, just a little bit at a time, but
yeah,
keeping record of. I like to keep.
There's that work word again.
Yeah, it's a 4-letter word with us. Work.
Play is also a 4-letter word.
We're here to have
Yeah.
fun. We like 3-letter words better.
I love it. I love it. Well, it shows through in your music too when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Right. We had a whole conversation about that the other day. It was actually about art, just art in general. It seems like when the artist is putting whatever they're feeling into the music, whether they're sad, whether they're having fun, whether they're angry, it really. I think that's the spark that makes a difference between some things. It feels like they're just kind of phoning it in. Sometimes it feels like someone like wow, it just hits right. And I think that's the spark. I think that's the difference. Is
do you ever write
put the
music
emotion
that's
into
just
it.
a little bit too real? Like, it's just too real. You're
Yeah,
like, we can't ever perform this. This is
We
a
have
little.
one slow song. We have
Yeah.
one slow song that we can never make it through because we always make fun of it and laughter and
Right.
change the words and stuff. But
Yeah.
we have a couple serious.
To
songs.
get the right feel for each song is really you got to spend a lot of attention on it. John's instrumental in reminding me of things that need to be done in the middle of the song, but to get a hold of them really well and to put your mind in the set of that you're on a bigger stage and you're actually playing in front of people. You're kind of visualizing that as you're practicing it. So you're playing, each time you play the song, even though it's practice, it's you're really putting everything you got into each time you play it, just like you would be, live. So
yeah,
that takes a lot of effort, and we've just been powering through a lot of that. We get good practices, and I think if we just keep on that, we'll keep writing more stuff and getting better at the songs we already do.
Well, and like yesterday, we were going through our Winterfest set just to make sure that we had all those tightened up and we felt good with the timing of everything.
Yeah.
And then I looked over at Dylan and he's singing along with the songs while he's
That's a
playing
good
drums,
sign.
you know,
Yeah,
and
that's
then we talked about it later. And it's real important, to immerse yourself into the song.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what you're playing or whether you're singing or whatever, but you need to really be serving that song as you're playing it. And the more you practice, the more you get in tune with the song. I think that's what it really starts to flower as far as the expression of that song.
Right.
Which is really hard to do this early.
Yeah.
This early in the morning.
Well, and doing a rehearsal yesterday and singing with my mom and dad, and then going to karaoke and singing there, my voice was cracking this morning for sure. So,
I can imagine.
Yeah, we should have detuned another whole step or something.
Right. So here's another 4-letter word. Rest. Do you ever rest, Craig?
Yeah.
I don't think so. You're always
Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, there you go. There's no karaoke on Monday and Tuesday.
Not usually, no. I mean, unless you go to Spokane.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at his smile. He's like, I might be going to Spokane.
I was going to say, Craig, do you ever get, how many bands are you in right now along with karaoke?
It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, because he's doing music recording and other things on other projects too.
Do you ever get confused? Like you show up for practice and you start,
like where am I? What am I doing?
Yeah, I forget to wear clothes. Yeah,
right.
No.
I do that too.
Oh, this the nudist band. I'm like, oops. No,
it's a good thing our cameras are only from the waist up. Yeah.
I'm typically confused. You know me well enough.
That's true.
And you've got other stuff going on too.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how
and
many
Dylan
bands
as
are
well.
you in?
Right now, just solo myself and Scary World. But I mean, I've played with a lot of people, a lot of touring over the years and stuff. So
Very cool.
Folks done this mostly right now, so we can get this going.
Yeah,
So-
and John and I mean, we committed to doing 2 days a week, pretty, consistently. I mean, there was maybe a couple weeks where we, whether it was ailments or traveling or whatever that caused it to where we couldn't get together. So, I mean, we've been doing that, and now with Dylan, we're still at it, and now we're getting together twice a week and playing 1 gig a week. Now it's 3 times a week. It's, it's really building steam. So
yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah, original's a whole different thing than cover tunes.
Oh, big time, because you're defining your own sound.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean, as far as work and all that too, getting in, touring with other bands and stuff
Yeah.
takes a little bit more to get going on that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Nice.
that my husband and I are musicians, and every once in a while there's a song that one of us will write, and you're working on it, and you so want to own that creativity process, right? You want to make this song, and you want to make it something people want to listen to, and you put hours and hours and hours into it, and then one day you look at each other and you're like, no, this song just sucks. I mean, we need to let it go. It's never going to be better than it is now. It's a turn.
But that's, to me, that's the funnest part is creating it and going through all that, and then
Right.
when you finally get it, it's
And figuring
that's
out
the
what
fun
works
part,
and what doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like the journey's more fun than the destination, or
Exactly.
I'm not a songwriter, I'm not a musician, but I've had this actually thought before. I thought it'd be fun to take some of put some of those duds aside, and then maybe as you go further in your career,
They're usually still
go,
duds.
Go back
They're-
to them and see if you can fix them because I do that with other things I work on, but
yeah, I have tons of bits and pieces that I wrote years ago, and then they come up, and then you write a whole new song off, one part that you had that
off
was
of
good.
one part, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, generally, a whole song that's not working, it's really not working because
Yeah.
You have to
the
work
melody
at
doesn't
it.
work, or the timing is off, or there's just something. But to take pieces, definitely.
Yeah, I usually find that if you have to work at it too hard, it's probably not good.
Yeah, it's not gonna. You
Right.
can't polish any more than you can. It's like let it go.
can't polish a turd.
Right.
I said it.
Yeah, there's a song that Daniel wrote that he just loves, and if you're listening, you know of my feelings on this song, darling. It musical sweater, and it's like a really profound emotional song for him. And I'm like, honey, let it go.
That's a good song. Let it go.
Yeah, I think that one's already taken.
I think
I'm having echo. Let it go. Let it go.
I think it might have been a hit though. I think it got heard once or
It was
twice.
an earworm for sure.
Right? Some earworms. Yeah. It was a great song.
What do you guys do when you get up there, right? You've been performing 16 days out of 20, and you get up there, and the audience is rare, and you're so excited, and you're in the moment, and then you get up to the microphone, and everything goes blank.
What do you
That
mean,
ever happen?
mentally?
Yeah. Hadn't that ever happened to you?
It's
oh my
happened
gosh, am I
with
outing
me with
myself?
cover tunes. I've done it because you forget the words or something all of a sudden.
Exactly.
Just start making stuff up.
You're awesome. I want to perform with you. I've been really spoiled by my guitar players, right? And there's a song that I wrote, and I love it, and I perform it all the time. It's on my album. And I went up to perform it one time, and I got to the microphone, and the words were gone. I'm just standing there. And, my guitar player, the music will start again. It'll come back. So he's looking at me. He just starts it again. A nice flow. By the third time, his eyebrow is up like this.
Wow.
And I finally had to admit to the audience, I forgot the song. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, those
Dolly
edibles
Parton
will get you
knows
sometimes.
That's when I had to stop. That's when I had to stop, Craig, right there.
I was at Dolly Parton's last taping of one of her TV shows she had, and Roy Acuff was singing.
Wow.
And he was really old at that time, and he got up there and he could not remember the second verse. They did it like 10 times.
Oh, wow.
It was really sad. But then she came out and sang it with him, and it was
Yeah.
good. But yeah, it happens.
That's when good support. My bandmate Karen came up and she started singing it. I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. But having that support, knowing that your band is there for you and you've got your back and you've got each other and you're there to make sure that everybody has fun and everybody's successful and everybody's doing their thing.
Yeah, I know we're near the skill of what you guys have in your pinky, but I was taking mandolin lessons for a while, and my mandolin teacher entered me in the pickathon that they used to do here. Every year they used to do it up at the education center up on the Quartzsite Learning Center, and then after that closed, they did it at the convention or the civic center here. She's like, yeah. And I learned like these 3 or 4 songs, to play. I got up there and I started going through the first song, and I just played the same verse like over and over again because I forgot the next one. So I just, as I was trying to remember it, would just play the same part over and over again.
Just keep going.
I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm done there because I also forgot the ending of it. And then so I started into the next song, and I got so flustered from the previous song that I just couldn't even get it. So I just stopped and walked off stage. I was like, sorry. I can't do this.
Ending.
I knew this was a bad idea.
That was exactly the thought going through my head.
Maybe you did need the edible. I don't know.
I was excited about it, but then I got up and I was fairly new here. I hadn't really been immersed so much in the local music scene. I had no idea there were so many amazing bluegrass players around here. I mean, just like world-class bluegrass players, and I was on like towards the end of the day, and all day I'm sitting here listening to these amazing musicians getting like harder and harder on myself. Like, oh, why am I even here? Yeah.
No, there's always the musicians. It's an inspiration to other musicians. I mean, it's always neat going and listening to a band and just being inspired, right, by their sound or their music or the lyrics.
Yeah.
Listening to you talking about your girl. Who could that be?
Right.
Corey.
Well, and that's the thing too. When that happened to me, I got off the stage and I had probably 15 musicians around me giving me hugs, telling me, "Don't worry about it. I did the same thing." Telling me stories.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Go get back up. Go do it again. You'll be okay.
I think someone told me a story once. They've been playing like 15 years, like professionally, and they did the same thing on and they just had to pick it up, and they're like, you just keep going. You just keep playing.
Brain
Don't
farts.
stop. Yeah.
Well, and like I get asked, how do you do it? How do you be in so many bands, and how do you do the karaoke and all the different things that I do? I honestly don't have an answer for that. But what I do have is I've gotten feedback from people that have came up to me that I met through playing music, and they just, one would be like David Bergman saying, "Hey, I saw you playing with your parents, and that inspired me to play with my dad." So now they're playing with Infusion, right? And then a friend of ours that we've met through music, she came to some of our jams and then was coming to the different gigs that I was doing. She came up to me and she was like, "I just want to let you know that your music saved me out of seasonal depression because I was at my cabin and I was, didn't have a network of friends here. We just moved to the area, and then I found your music, and it's gotten us into a group of friends, and now we're out like listening to music, and it's giving us hope." And and I just was like, those kind of things is what makes it all worth it, right?
Oh yeah,
yep.
All the time you put in and all the effort. It's like when you say if you write a song and that might inspire somebody else to write another song that becomes a hit. It might not be you didn't write the hit, but your song inspired the hit.
Yep.
So I think that's why it's important to when you are inspired to write, and then hopefully it finds its audience, and then that audience just perpetuates it. Right.
Or when you're doing your version of a cover, right? Whenever you do a cover, you make it your own. You try to make it so you're not just doing what the original artist is. You're owning it. I know the biggest compliment, one of the biggest compliments I got is I was doing a version of Hallelujah, and a person in the audience said, "Oh my God, that's my favorite version of Hallelujah I've ever heard." Do you have any kind? Yeah, for a song that's been played so much, I'm like, "Whoa, thank you, that's awesome." But it's like making it your own and putting your own spin on it. I mean, that's what's so huge, and that's what, again, provides the inspiration, right, to do all these different things, the different harmonies. I love listening to you guys sing together.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I was looking for when I was first here. I did a lot of stuff by myself because I spent a lot of time looking for a bass player that could sing.
No, that's a real thing.
Really
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Because a lot of the bands I had been in before, original and stuff, I was the only singer. And, I always wanted harmonies there.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly.
That's good.
Well, and I've enjoyed working with John because he's pushing me, outside of my comfort zone a little bit. Like I get, I can sit and play bass and sing, but it's like to play bass and sing lead.
Right.
That's a whole nother thing. Like singing harmony here and there.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to play naked without the heat.
Right. It's a scary world.
Nice.
Wait, what?
Okay, then. I'm just going to nod my head and go, okay, as I absorb those words into my
That might have been a lie.
Yeah.
We will
That's
have
a whole
false
different
advertising.
we will have heaters in the tent, so hopefully they'll keep up with that. But
It won't be a very proud moment, I'll tell you that.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
But that's up the ski hill, not here, right? You're going to be fully clothed on stage for Winterfest?
Yeah.
Because it is a family event.
It is a family event.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was like a polar bear thing in Alaska. Where you
Right?
jump
You're welcome
in.
to wear a Speedo. I mean, we'll support you. We support everything here.
I'm good.
Strategically placed heat hand warmers.
Right? All the important bits.
Pearls will be clutched. Yeah. Wow.
Well, so I noticed your harmonies. Are you gonna? So when you start singing, are you gonna add to that multi-layered harmony effect? Do you want it more melodic? Do you want to bring more depth into it with your different harmonies? What is your goal and growth with that?
I like to be versatile, like I'm writing a blues tune right now. So we're trying to just cover just stuff that we like to do, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, so whatever happens with that happens. I don't know.
Very
Can't
cool.
predict it.
Yeah, very cool. It's organic. It's growing.
Yeah.
It is. It is. All right. So we're about out of time for the show here. We only got a few minutes left. Do you guys want to go ahead? I know you mentioned a couple other places you're playing. Tell us some of the shows you have coming up again. How to contact you guys if
they want to hire you.
Yeah, if you want to hire you to play at an event.
Yeah, the best way to reach out to Scary World at the moment is directly through my Craig McQuain Music page on Facebook, just because you can message me directly through there, and then we can start talking about the date that you might have in mind.
Okay.
And then I can also give you either John or my phone number.
Okay.
From there. So
Yeah, once we
talk
get
on the
our
phone.
recording done and stuff, and the EPK and all that stuff set up, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Or
You'll have a direct contact method. Yeah.
Right now, we're only doing a couple gigs a month and stuff. We're not really doing it full force yet because we're not ready.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work, just practicing and writing and getting all of our stuff polished before we even go into the studio.
Yeah.
We don't want to
definitely.
we don't want to waste our money in going into a
Right.
nice studio without being prepared. So we're doing that first, and getting some gigs under our belt too to kind of generate some money to help us with the costs of being in a band.
Yeah.
See what people like.
Yeah, and and get a reaction from people, and so.
Or if you're out in the street, you see a blur going by you. It's most likely it's Craig. So just stick your arm out, try to slow him down for a second, and say, "Hey, Craig, we need a band to play." And you'll say, "Well, let me tell you," and you'll get out your list.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm a watch salesman. I just open up my jacket. And I'm like, okay,
Exactly.
so
All
what
the
flavor
little
do you like?
What do you want? We got here. We got bluegrass. We got blues. We got rock.
We got rock. We got eclectic.
Yeah, and I've been, throwing around the idea about starting a mariachi band, just because of all the
No
Mexican
way.
restaurants that are popping
So you
up
can
around
hold
the
that
area.
giant bass.
Oh my,
Yeah, exactly.
Daniel got the giant bass. When
Did
he
he?
first joined my band in Seattle, we were all acoustic, and he's an electric bass player. And so he got that giant electric bass. And it did not work. I'm just going to put it right there. It did not. We were like, just get the electric bass. You'll be the only electric instrument in the band. That's okay.
We're going to do some flamenco too, and Dylan's going to do the dancing. with
Oh,
the
outstanding.
castanets
Ooh.
and-
Yeah.
With the castanets and everything and the
Yeah.
stomping feet,
Do
I will be there.
Are you gonna wear like the belly shirts and the little tutus and?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
John's got a set of pistols to shoot at the ground at my feet.
Outstanding.
It's the tight
how he
leather
dances,
pants
yeah.
and the
That's
boots.
the only way.
Oh,
That's the only
yeah,
way I'll
yeah.
do it.
I don't mean to be sexist, but I would pay money for that. Just saying. I'd be like, here's my $1.
Or
Well,
you know,
the
And
good
he wears
thing
a
is you
Speedo
wouldn't
in the
have
belly
to travel
button,
to
too.
Mexico to see it.
we could go real though. I'm imagining like Antonio Banderas style, you know, with like the black button-up shirt,
Exactly.
leather
Can
pants.
you see him?
I
I'm
can
just
see it. I
saying.
can see it.
That's what's in my head, right? He
Like-
pulled it right out of my brain.
Like a bandolier across the chest full
Yes.
of guitar picks.
If
You know?
I'm playing flamenco
Well, you're a
guitar, I'd
drummer.
rather have the girl up there doing it, let's be honest.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
No, I see
We're
it. I
all
see it
about
everywhere.
shock value in this band.
Well, you can wear a skirt too. I'd still pay money.
Well, I coined a new genre too. It's called shock grass. Have you heard of that?
Shot
So
grass?
what
No.
what music is shock grass?
So it's a little bit of shock rock mixed with bluegrass.
Nice.
So shock rock, like you're screaming at people and then you play something happy?
Give us an example. Play a song here.
Yeah, play a song here. Let me have this. I'll take this. Taking away. We're putting him on the spot.
Okay, so
I'm expecting.
yeah.
Where's the words?
I usually okay. So hope you like the taste of mud. I hope you like the taste of your own blood. I hope you like my boots. Hope you like my boots. Well, I never met someone quite like you, deserving the bottom of my shoe.
Nice.
All right.
Did you say the bottom of my shoe?
Yeah, the bottom of my shoe.
I love it.
Yeah, that can be offensive. That can be offensive.
Outstanding.
Cracking me up.
I love it. Yeah, is that one in your set?
Well, so that's an original I've had for a long time. But yeah.
I love it. All right, guys.
I'm shocked, I tell you. Shocked.
Yeah.
We are out of time. Is there any parting words before we get out of here?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for playing tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a lot of fun. You guys have been a blast.
Definitely make sure to come down to Winterfest tomorrow, see all the live acts, but especially Scary World.
Yes.
No, scary,
It's going to be really scary.
Yes.
Scary world.
Yes, Scary World.
It's where we live.
Everybody. Especially everybody playing tomorrow. Don't forget.
Scary World.
Right, and don't forget, you can stay tuned right here tonight. Are you going to keep playing it? You going to keep playing us out, Craig? There we go. Don't forget to stay tuned right here tonight on KCHW from 6 to 8 p.m. with the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark live in the studio. 8 to 10 p.m. we bring you the psychedelic era with the Hermit. Then sticking around with the Hermit from 10 to 11 for Days of Confusion. Thank you guys once again for coming in so much. Again, don't forget to come out to Winterfest tomorrow, 11:30 at the Tula Public Library. Then moving on over to the main stage at noon.
Where's my kazoo?
Kicking things off with Just Plain Darren.
I love that.
He's playing his throat.
That is so cool.
Could you hear that?
Yes.
All right, everybody. This has been your KCHW Morning Show. You guys have a great day.
Have a great
great
day,
weekend.
everybody.
We will see you guys later.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
It's 9:02.
Your KCHW